You're welcome back to Shabes online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to calculate the confidence interval for population proportion. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel and also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes online tutorial. So the question on the board reads, in a random sample of 1,000 worshippers at a church on various Sundays, it was found that 320 preferred the first service. Find a 96% confidence interval for the actual proportion of worshippers who attended the first service at this church. So this is confidence interval for population proportion. As you can see, the population of a worshipper is given as 1,000 and 320 out of this 1,000 prepare the first service. And we're asked to construct what 96% confidence interval for the actual proportion of worshippers who attended the first service at the church. So let's get started. Solution. So the first thing we are going to do is to write the formula used to calculate the 96% confidence interval for population proportion. So 96% confidence interval, which can be represented as Ci, which is equal to what? P cap, which is P calculated plus or minus. So plus or minus. So the next thing we are going to have is Z alpha over 2, then multiply by what? Multiply by square root of P Q, then over N. So the square root is cover everything over N. Then you close bracket. So this is the formula used to calculate the 96% confidence interval for population proportion. And from this question, the n is given from the question, which is n is equal to the total numbers of a sample, which is the random sample of 1,000. So the sample given, the number of sample is 1,000. So therefore my n is 1,000. And recall, when the sample is less than 30, in this place that we use z, we are going to use t distribution table. But when it is greater than 30, that is the only reason we are going to use a z table. Always take note of it. When, like for example, if our n is 20, that means this place is going to change to what? T alpha over 2. So you have to notice that. So from the formula we are getting n, which will be 1,000. So the next thing we are going to get from the formula is what? P. And P is equal to what? Total number of the people prepared the first service, then divided by what? Divided by this random sample, this number of the sample, which is 1,000. So I'm going to have what? 320 divided by what? Divided by 1,000, which is going to give us what? If you press calculator, 320 divided by 1,000 is going to give us what? 0.32. Now, the next thing is to get our Q. And to get Q is equal to what? 1 minus P, which is the same as 1 minus 0.32. Is going to give us what? 1 minus 0.32 is going to give us 0.68. 0.68. So this is my Q. Now, if you look at this formula, we are getting P already. Z, we are going to read it from Z table. Then P is given, then Q also given, and N is given. So it's very simple. We are going to substitute that to the formula. So I'm going to have what? 96% confidence interval is equal to what? P is given as what? 0.32. 0.32. Then plus or minus Z alpha over 2. From Z table, Z 96% confidence interval, we're going to have what? 2.045. 2.054. Then multiply by square root of P, and P from the question is given as 0.32. Then multiply by Q, and Q is what? 0.68. So everything over N, and N from the question is 1,000. So close bracket, all in the square root. So we're going to have what? 0.32 plus or minus 2.054, then multiple 0.32 multiple 0.68, then divided by 1,000. Then after getting your answer, then you take the square root of answer. It's going to be what? 0.015. So now we are going to have what? 0.32 plus or minus 2.054 multiplied by 0.015 is going to give us what? 0.031. So the first thing we are going to take is to take the negative. 0.32 minus 0.031 is going to give us what? 0.289. Then the second one is the positive one. So if you press calculator, the positive aspect 0.32 plus 0.031 is going to give us what? 0.351. So this is the 96 confidence interval of for this population proportion. So this is how to calculate a population proportion when the population and the sample is given. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabez Online Tutorial. Thanks.